Hi, I'm Carrie Henshaw from Key Associates Signature Realty. Thank you for watching and welcome back. If you're new, make sure you tap that subscribe button. As you know, I'm a local realtor, so if you are relocating, reach out. I am relocating to Evansville. What side do I move to? I get that question a lot, and there is a lot of strong answers around which side to live in. So I thought I'd take Google Maps today and take you around, give you an idea of what areas and where they're located within Evansville, kind of what's there, the schools, recreation, just type of homes. And so you get a sense of what makes up the sections of Evansville, kind of see it by Google Maps, and hopefully answer some questions you have if you are relocating to the area. Let's go. Let's get online and let's take a look. Let's dive in on how you split up Evansville if you're looking to relocate here. So we got our Google Maps out and kind of going to show you a little area of how to look at how you identify different places to live in the Evansville area. We're going to start with the north side. This is pretty much everything up here. I say south of 64. A lot of people will say more of this McCutcheonville, but just if you're looking in this vicinity, but this area, and kind of close down here in the Melody area, this place as well. If you're looking right here, people will call that the north side. So this is the north side of Evansville right here. And then the west side, everybody has their different opinions. I would say 41 going west. This is your west side right over here with regards to Evansville. You got your downtown area, you got your U of E area right in here, and you have your east side, and that's, if you kind of go over and look, like maybe let's go 41, like in this vicinity is your east side. That's a lot of where your shopping and everything is. So you got your north, and then the south, which I call the U of E downtown area, so two different areas. And then east and west. So let's dig in and talk about the different areas and what they're all about. We're going to start with the north side. Let me do some drawing here because this is always fun. You're going to be looking what I call just in that area. So we're talking about the north side. This is completely a very relaxed area of Evansville. I would call it very suburban, family-friendly environment. It used to be a lot of cornfields, everyone. So you're going to see a lot of subdivisions and large single-family homes with spacious lots, very family-friendly atmosphere because of the more recent developments in here. So we're going to dive into one area. First of all, one thing that I want to point out is if you are someone that travels a lot and needs to get out of an airport, the north side is where you want to look at. So here is the Evansville Regional Airport, is the main airport to fly out of Evansville. So it is in the north side. So if that's important to you, make sure that you kind of look at the north side. Now again, everything, going to Newburgh, south, east, west. I mean, honestly, we aren't a big city, so it's not going to take you hours to get to the airport. But if you want to be right by it and very convenient, you're going to look on the north side. Now, there's a lot of great neighborhoods here. Like I said, there's a lot of developments that have taken place. Like you have Eagle Crossing area, you have Oak Meadow, which is a golfing, you have Cambridge, which is a little bit farther up here by the interstate. I'm just trying to identify it on here. Cambridge, here we go. So if you go in, there it is. It's right in here. This is a newer subdivision too with some luxury homes. It's even closer to the interstate, for example. So if you need to get close to driving distance to travel outside on 64, that would be a good place to look. So you have a lot of subdivisions in this area. On the north more, you're going to have, I would say, newer for sure. And as you get more south down here, these are older homes and smaller. So you're going to get a little bit of a different mix depending on where you're looking. But definitely, I would call it Suburbiaville. There is a lot of homes, newer, older, bigger, littler, anything that you're looking for, very family friendly. It's very quiet there, has more of a scenic setting. Another thing is if you are working at, for example, for an employment, obviously if you're working at the airport, this is close. Up here is where you're going to find Toyota in the Gibson area, so this is very convenient too if you want to live in Evansville and commute to the Toyota Actual facility. There is a lot of employment up and down 41 here as well for manufacturing, logistics, all that good stuff from that perspective. So just keep that in mind depending on what is driving you to be on the north side. But those are definitely some highlights. There's a lot of growing developments, so a lot of newer homes to keep in mind. Again, there's a lot, Eagle Crossing's another little area that's really nice. It has a lot of, it used to be a golf course and they actually converted it, so there's a lot of park area there as well. So kind of going into the recreation side of things, one good thing, I need to zone in so it's easier to find, is the Deaconess Sports and Soccer Complex. And it'll zone right in. There it is. So if you go right here, this is a wonderful sports park. They also have a soccer park there in a complex. It's right off of Green River Road, right in this area, really close to the airport. So this is a massive sports complex that is a lot of activities take place there in a really nice area. You can kind of see a little picture up here of what it looks like going into it. Spent a lot of days and nights there. So if you like parks, that's definitely a park that is nearby, as well as a sports facility if you're into sports that you may want to look at. Now, if you're looking at the schools, let me show you off of 41. You will actually, let me pull it back up, keep going. Here we go. There we go. Here is North High School. It's a well-regarded high school with strong academics. It has athletic programs and a robust range of extracurricular activities. It can be found right here. This is the high school that will actually be where your kids will go if you do not go private. Evansville Vanderburg School Corporation, EVCS, is who actually serves this area. So just so you understand that. If you have some little ones to keep in mind, we have Scott Elementary. This is up by some of the newer developments. And it's a really pretty area as well. It's right here. And if you love older homes and beautiful leaves and trees and all that, there's some beautiful homes down Branding Road. So that's one area to really look. So Scott Elementary is a great school. There's a lot of popularity there for academics. It's a newer elementary school with a reputation for really welcoming environment because there's a lot of new people as well as academic excellence. Another thing to point out on the north side is there's Eagle Crossing. So here's your McCutcheonville Elementary School. That's another popular school for elementary as well, if you are looking for kids that are younger in that area. And then if we go farther south, Vogel Elementary, this is more down here in what I call the southern part of the north, just so you can kind of see. It's right where the 62 and north, so that's the kind of considered the north as well, where you have the older homes. You do also have Vogel right here. It has a great support environment catering to students with really various parts of northern Evansville area. So if you want private schools on the north side, you are going to have Good Shepherd Catholic School. So if you are into Catholic schools, you can see it's right above 62 here in the south part. And then you also have a Evansville Christian School North Campus as well. That facilitates the north side as well. So you do have two private options if you are looking to get out of the public schools, but honestly, the public schools do very well in the north side of Evansville, and a lot of options there depending on where you live. Those are kind of your school options if you're looking at the north side. Again, I talked about employment. There's a lot of employment nearby, especially if you're Toyota, the recreational green spaces. You can see there's lots of green, so lots of golf courses and things that are in the area, the parks. You're going to have less restaurants here, guys, with regards to the north side. The Hornet's Nest is probably the most popular. This is a great breakfast, lunch, dinner area. A lot of people really like it. And then if you kind of go over here, you have a Mexican restaurant that a lot of people like. And you also have Prime Time, which is really good. So there is a few restaurants. There's a few good little ice cream places that you're going to find. If we go a little bit farther up here. But as you can see, also, if you go up by 41, by the interstate, you're going to see some fast food areas right there and a pub. But in general, there's not a lot of food options in the north side. You're going to have to really travel more, as I showed you down here. And you can see where the restaurants start popping up. So you just travel, it's not that far, right down Green River Road, 41, and you'll have a lot of options right there near the shopping area. So that is your north side. A lot of subdivisions, Suburbiaville, family friendly, very quiet, very scenic. Schools are really good. As you can see, a lot of golf courses, public green spaces, sports complexes, a lot of great things that really are going for the north side in Evansville. Now we're going to talk about the east side. I always say east side is kind of 41 in this vicinity, and then obviously in that area. We're going a little farther, almost into Newburgh over here. So there's your east side area, I would say. The east side is really known for its convenience, everyone. This is where all the shopping centers are. The restaurants have more variety here, from fast food to chains to even great local favorites. It's really family-friendly atmosphere as well. It's making it really one of the most popular areas for residents if you really like convenience. And here's a little look of what the east side looks like. So let's start with, since it is the convenience of shopping, if you come in, these are the two roads that you're going to get to know. All the shopping is really going to be found. I would say there's a lot of shopping right here on the north side of Green River Road. You have the mall, so you're going to have a lot of shopping here, a lot of shopping. This is all the Burkhart area, so you're going to find a lot of shopping in this area, and then kind of back up, here's Eastland Mall. So that's all your shopping. Your two streets you got to remember are Green River Road and Burkhart, which is right here. You're going to find a very high concentration of restaurants, your TJ Maxx's, your Targets, your Walmart's, your Costco's, your Sam's, all that stuff. The mall, it will all be found in this area. So if you're talking about really the dining scene, there is a lot of dining scene in this area. One of my favorites, because this is where our office is, and I'm just going to zone in on it. Let me see, is Pangea. Let me get out of this drawing. So this is one of my favorite restaurants. It's actually across from our office right here, and it is fantastic. And you can find that here on the east side. But see all your different restaurants, all your shopping. You have all kinds of stuff in this area. You have Los Bravos, just a lot of popular things in this area if you're looking for different foods and shopping experience. There is also a lot of entertainment in the area. You do have your mall, but you also have your movie theater right here as well. Laser tag, arcades, all those bouncy houses, all those good things that you're looking for, you will be able to find them in this area. So it's a great place when it comes to, food, dining, and entertainment for family as well on the east side. Now, let's talk about recreational things that are in the area, because actually, Evansville as a whole does a pretty good job, just has different things. So let's go to Westmoreland Park. This is a 240-acre nature reserve with walking trails. It has an education center, plenty of wildlife viewing opportunities, and perfect for those families and nature enthusiasts, which is great that, you have Burdett Park, you have Westmoreland Park. There's a lot of just great things like that in the area. Another one, if you are into ice skating, we got the ice skating ring right below it there. And that's ice skating hockey programs if you're into hockey. So that's a good also another interesting thing for the area if you're into that kind of stuff, because I know some people are. Another area right by Wesselman's is Roberts Park or Lorenzo Park, a popular family-friendly park with playgrounds, walking trails, all that good stuff. If you just want a place to hang out with your kids and your dogs. And then obviously you have the Eastland Mall area. It's not really green space. but a recreational hub with shopping, indoor walking. Actually, if you go before the shops open, there's a lot of people that walk around that mall, especially during the winter months. So keep that in mind if you're a walker and like to walk inside when it gets cold. Now, employment in this area is going to be great because you have a lot of retail jobs, a lot of retail, you got a lot of commercial, a lot of corporate offices. There's a lot of rental space that you'll find in this area that has corporate or located nearby that, like, just different insurance agencies or even real estate agencies like us. Just a lot of variety that you'll see different rental spaces there. So if you are into healthcare and you want to live on the east side, as you can see, look how close we are. This is Burkhart. You go literally over 69 and you have Deaconess, and this is all the hospital area in this area. So a lot of, you're really close there in that regard if you're into the healthcare space. Now let's talk schools. Again, EVSC schools first. You are going to have Harrison High School in the area, which is right there. It's very close to all the action, as you can see right there. And then that's your high school. You're going to have your elementary will be Hebron, there we go, right below it. And then you have Plaza Park, which is a middle school as well, and it's right here. This is known for its focus on global studies and language programs, so if that's important to you, really a unique school experience. So that's another option in that area. Now, one thing to talk about Harrison High School, it's really strong music, arts, and athletic programs there. They do also, like a lot of schools have the AP and the dual credits, but that's something to emphasize there if you have a child in that kind of actual field that might care about that piece. Now let's talk about more private schools. The East Side has a lot. We got Evansville Day School. So there's Evansville Day School. That's right there off of Green River Road. It is a pre-K to 12 college preparatory school. You have Evansville Christian East Campus, which I'm not going to go ahead and put that in, but I'll go ahead and put Evansville Christian so you can kind of see where it's at. It's right there. You also have, and that is going to be pre-K through 12, like I mentioned. You have Holy Rosary Catholic School. This is right here on this area. And this area really is a nice area with older homes, but that will be your pre-K to 8. You have St. Benedict Cathedral School, which is over here by 41, so it's closer to that area. And some of these kind of are in that Evansville U of E area as well. I'm just going to go ahead and show them to you. And then you have Evansville Memorial, right? Which actually they go by Memorial. This is a Catholic high school and is very well known, and a lot of people go there. Oops, I'm going the wrong way. And this sits right here too, which is right by the U of E area. So I'm kind of mixing the East Side and U of E because they are similar, but this is kind of that zone, which we'll go into next as well and kind of reiterate that. So you kind of got a good idea of the East Side. It is suburban convenience with some a little bit more urban amenities. It offers a perfect mix of your city conveniences, but it does make it ideal for families, young professionals, and retirees, really. When you talk about housing, you're going to have a lot of newer developments in this area on the outskirts, especially if you go out and you go out in this side of the area. So you have 66. Let me go a little farther here. Like all of this area, your Centera Original, that you're going to find some newer construction. If you go down here, you're going to find a lot of older, beautiful homes. This is like one of my favorite areas. You have older homes, unique homes, a lot of character you're going to find in this, and it has a lot of trees, very developed. So that's another area that you're going to look at. You're also going to have a lot of good starter homes in this area right near 66 in this vicinity as well. So you have a lot of apartments in this East Side if you are looking to rent as well. But again, shopping and dining hub, this is where you're going to go. So East Side really does have the best shopping in Evansville. It has the big box retailers. It has the mall, specialty stores. It really does have a community and family-oriented feel as well. Has some recreation activities and parks, like I mentioned. The schools cater to children and teens. Just has a lot of community events as well. And the health and wellness with several gyms and yoga studios and outdoor spaces. I'd say the East Side is great for people focused on fitness and wellness as well, because you are going to find a lot more fitness areas here on the East Side, as well as outdoor activities than you will see more so than the other regions of Evansville. Now we're going to talk about the West Side, and some people say it's 41, whatever you want to say. It's really, I always call it kind of, whoa, this is not drawing very well. You can kind of see this West Side, and you can even call this a little bit the Northwest, but this is your West Side, St. Joe, St. Wendell, all these pretty areas. This is a very strong side, guys. If you're from the West Side, there's nothing better. So that gives you an idea of where we're going to look. And you're going to get, when you get on the West Side, it's just really a balance of outdoor recreation, strong community ties, and very strong. There's a very big German influence here. It's really laid back, family-friendly lifestyle that's really appeals to newcomers, but long-term residents alike. It's a great choice for those looking to experience that friendly community-focused side of Evansville. There is a strong community focus here. People are very strong about the West Side, and you will see that as soon as you get here and move to the area, that West Sides think it's the best side. There is a lot that the West Side has to offer. The recreation, let's start with Mesker Park Zoo. If you are a zoo person, it sits right here. It's a great zoo. If you have little ones, or if you're even someone that's older and loves the actual zoos as well. You also have Burdett Park. So I'm going to zone in on that. That's down here. And that's a great park as well. It's one of the largest and most popular in Evansville. It offers hiking trails. It has aquatic center, camping, playgrounds, BMX track. It's really a favorite for a lot of outdoor enthusiasts as well as kids and families. So that's a great park that sits in the West Side. You also have wetlands. So just to give you an idea, that's right nearby. And it actually is really a 35-acre wetland preserve. Just if you're not aware of it, it features boardwalks, trails for wildlife viewing, making it really an interesting spot for those eco-conscious residents. So if you really like that, they also have their pool and everything right here nearby. So this is a great area as well. And if you didn't know, USI is actually on the West Side. So let me zone out here, right here, University of Southern Indiana. So if you are a parent that may be sending a college kid and looking for housing, this is where you'd want to be looking on the West Side. Or maybe you're employed by the University of Southern Indiana, another thing that would be of interest to you. They also have Burdett Trail. It's a scenic 3-mile trail connecting the USI campus to Burdett Park. So that's really cool if you're into that. So that gives you a really outdoor trail that if you like to get out, run, walk, all that good stuff. So definitely a place to look if you're an outdoor enthusiast. Now there is a lot of home options, a lot of communities you're going to find here. Let me zone in on first. Let's get on here, Lloyd, Franklin Street. So up in this area, you're going to see a lot of restaurants and a lot of great places on Franklin Street. You're going to also find a lot of older homes in this area, this whole area, Wrights Hill and all that. As you go out more this direction, you're going to have more subdivisions, a little bit more country homes, rolling hills. So there's definitely different types of homes and options to look for in this area. Beautiful, beautiful scenic, I would say, scenery for your homes as well as living. To me, this is the most rolling of hills, countryside that you'll see in Evansville. Really a beautiful area. If that's of interest to you, all this area is really, really, really pretty. Again, employment, like I mentioned, University of Southern Indiana is there. You also have a lot of manufacturing industrial jobs in the area as well as retail. Now let's talk about schools. Now, when we talk about the west side, we have Wrights. And let me show you exactly where Wrights is. And one good thing is, oh, I gotta put this on here. Well, the Wrights Bowl. This is a football town, guys. Not football town, a football school. It is known for its strong athletics, but it also is really strong for football. So if you have a football player, this might be something to consider. But its community involvement and academic achievements has done well. So this is the high school that you will see. You also have a middle school, and that is Perry Heights. Just to show you where that's at. This is kind of over here, and there is, let me get it back a little bit farther out so you can see. It's a little bit farther out on 62 on the north side. And then you also have an elementary. Let me get my Daniel Wirtz so you can see where they're at. There's one elementary school, as well as West Terrace is your other, if you're looking at this side. And you can see where that lies right here. So there's a lot of different elementary schools, middle schools, and high schools. Now that again is EVSC. So this is your public schools if we're looking at the west side. But if you are looking more for private schools, we do have a lot of different options there. Modern Day is a big option, and a lot of people love Modern Day. It's, just so you can see where it's at. It should be right there. Yeah, it's easier to just let it zone in so you can see it. Modern Day is right here, and that is a Catholic school, 9 through 12. They also have Resurrection, and it's off of New Harmony. Yeah, it would be there. And this is a pre-K to 8 Catholic school, if you are into Catholic schools, as well as Corpus Christi Catholic School. It's going to think I'm talking about Corpus Christi, the town. And this is pre-K through 8 as well. So there is a lot of Catholic schools on the west side. If you are looking in those areas for Catholic. So the final part I want to talk about is the entertainment and dining scene of the west side. There is a lot of options if you're looking at Franklin Street. They don't show up here, but there is a lot of restaurants that sit on Franklin Street. This is a German restaurant, but they have a lot of great things on that whole street, from ice cream to Smitty's Italian restaurant to German food. Bud's is on there. It's a great bar. There's just a lot of great things sitting right here on the Franklin Street, which really brings a lot of community together. This is actually where the largest festival in the country, the their street festival is actually held right here. So you also have the Hilltop Inn. It's a local landmark famous for its fried brain sandwiches. It's obviously here on the west side as well. And you have a lot of different options. Actually, as you travel here, you're going to see, this is a great dog bar, Barker Brew House. And then you're going to see a lot of different Los Bravos Mexican. This is where your shopping is going to be for the west side right here. You know, your Walmarts, your Aldi's, whatever you need for your daily activities of shopping. So that is what you're going to find for the dining scene on the west side. Again, it's so close. Like, look, right, this is like heading really to that whole downtown area. So you can actually see that you're not very far for dining and entertainment to get downtown. Again, like I said, Franklin Street, the West Side Nightclub Fall Festival, the largest street festival, is on the west side. Also, the University of Southern Indiana holds a theater, again, back out here. Yep, here we go. Has theater performances. They have their sporting events, lectures for the public, and a lot of cultural things that happen in this area. So that's a benefit of having USI right there on the west side with you. So that is a summary of the west side here. So I'm going to go into downtown into this video. and not really focus on U of E so much. I just wanted to bring in, because this is really an academic and a culture hub right here, guys. If you're a professor or you're a student coming in, you're going to find more of that college vibe right near this area. The homes are wonderful. Like I just said, it's an active social scene, obviously with entertainment and dining options, really being nearby downtown and right near here as well. But with the University of Evansville, it's a center that really has strong academic and culture, like I mentioned. You have a lot of culture events, art exhibits, lectures open to public, all that good stuff. So right here is the University of Evansville. We're going to kind of travel downtown, which I call this area. And this is really like what the U of E area and south part. But you have downtown Evansville is really an excellent option for newcomers. They want more of a vibrant, convenient, more urban lifestyle. There's a lot that it has to offer. I would call downtown really access to art, culture, entertainment. It's ideal for young professionals, college students, those who enjoy city life. The social scene, the area has an active nightlife. They have a lot of events, bars, eateries, open late. It really does make it a lively place for people to socialize and network, and they're doing a lot of revival of it, so it's really kind of fun to see. Let me get into showing you an idea of the restaurants down here. So when you stick all these restaurants, so see here is your restaurants, guys. Here's Main Street where I mentioned, and you can find a lot of condos on Main Street. So, but you can kind of look in here. This is a new Irish pub. This whole street has great restaurants and retail. You got Brew Burger. There's just Samo's, one of my favorites. Just a lot of great things down here to visit. You got your museum, you got a brewery, you got the monuments here as well. There's a lot of recreation I want to mention is on this piece as well, because you do have there's a lot of trail system along this way, but you have Sunset Park. It's a scenic park really along this Ohio River. It offers walking paths, picnics, and an excellent sunset view, guys. If you keep going, you have, let me get it over here. It's hard to let me zone this out a little bit. It's easier to see. Oh, by the way, there's another one. The dive barge is one of my favorites, so make sure you go there. You got Mickey's Kingdom. It's a popular new playground. It's great for families and young children. Greenway. Let's see where it actually identifies it on here. This is considered downtown. It's a biking and walking trail stretching along the riverfront, offering scenic views. So it starts there, and you can really go through the riverfront of Pigeon Creek, see where this passage is. A really pretty area if you like to get out and bike and walk. So you got a lot of different options. You got a lot of stuff on the riverfront. You got this Pigeon Creek recreational as well. So if you're into doing activities more down here or up there, those are considered downtown recreational activities that you might really enjoy. Now, the entertainment, this is where you're going to see a little bit different. You do have the Ford Center sitting right here. That's really the heart of the sports and concerts. It has a lot of hockey games, concerts, and performances. You have a lot of restaurants and breweries, like I mentioned. There also is, where is the Victoria? There we go. Victoria Theater. If you're into performing arts, that is downtown as well. But there's so much things that you can do downtown. It is really bustling these days. There's museums. You got the museum. You got the Evansville Museum on the riverfront. So just a lot of different things. There is also a children's museum on Main Street if you like to do that kind of thing as well. So again, from a housing standpoint, this is where you're going to get those old, beautiful homes. If you go to Haney's Corner or the historic district, here's Haney's Corner, this area. There's a lot of restaurants in this area as well. It's a really fun, artsy district that's been revived a lot in the last probably 20 years. You also have the historic district where you're going to see a lot of different homes as well, and you're going to find a lot of that. In the historic district, if you look, and these are the old homes, there is some things you got to follow that you can't change because of the historic, I say, preservation that they do on it. So if you're interested in that, we have a lot of videos on those things. Definitely look them up. You can kind of get an idea what these beautiful homes look like down here. If you want condos, you're going to go back to Main Street, and there's a lot of different newer condo options right there by all the bustle with the restaurants and everything. So if you're talking schools down here, if you do have kids, the EVSC Corporation oversees downtown as well. And for the older students, it's going to be basically Central High School. So let me show you Central High School. Is one option. And you also have Bosse High School, which is sitting right here. That would help do this area as well from a school district. You actually have rights close by too, depending on where you lie on the lines. That could actually be focused depending on where you may go as well. Now from an elementary school, let's show you where you will go. So you can find ticket bells. Whoa, it's over here. So you can kind of get an idea of where school you would go for elementary. And then you also have Culver as well as an option. And that one's down here in downtown. So depending on where you're lying here downtown and which schools, but you can kind of get an idea of the different schools and how far apart they are. Now, if you're actually talking higher education, obviously U of V and USI are all nearby and very close. If you're looking at private schools, one thing I do want to mention is Signature School, and I did do a video on this. It's one of the highest schools, and it's right there on Main Street. Like I mentioned, it's really neat right here, Signature School. It is a public charter school from 9 to 12. Rated in the nation, guys. One of the most, it really does very well and has very high ratings. So I'm not saying it's necessarily a private. It is a charter and done by a lottery system to get into it. Okay, to sum up downtown, this is your urban life, your fun person, maybe you're young, maybe you're retiree, empty nester, want to change your lifestyle. The downtown has a lot of revival going on, just a lot of activities, dining, entertainment, walking, recreation. So it's a good option if that's what you're looking for. Or even if you're looking for historic homes, you're going to find the most concentration here in the downtown area. Okay, I hope you enjoyed my little Google Map tour of Evansville. So I covered a few areas. We started with the north side. This is more spacious area, newer developments, that family community atmosphere. Easy access to the airport and the interstate if you are someone that needs to get out and quick in different transportation modes. Then we traveled to the west side. This is probably the oldest and historic area of Evansville. It definitely is close-knit. They are very proud of the west side. Very scenic, a lot of outdoor activities to do, great schools, and a lot of different dining and things to do in the area. That's the west side. East side, that is our shoppers, the people that like conveniences. And it also has a great area for starter homes and a lot of historic areas as well there that have some beautiful homes. So east side is convenience. And then we have downtown Evansville area. This is going to be more that urban lifestyle, maybe younger or potentially school, people in college or retirees, empty nesters, just wanting that more faster paced lifestyle, having all that fun, maybe the bar scene, the restaurant scene, walking to and from some of their entertainment, like the Ford Center, is definitely going to make up that, what I call the Evansville and downtown area. Those are our 5 sections. I hope you enjoyed the maps and the tour, and reach out if you need me. Till next time, I'll see you then.
We open doors in realty. Key Associates. Key Associates.